Hey, what's up? What's happening? What's going on? Your favorite crappy YouTube dude ever, J4T4AMF Command, whichever channel I put this on. I think I might put it on both. So I've been contemplating on starting doing this for a while. The cancer journals or diaries, whichever one I decide. Some people may know, many may not. I have a brain tumor. I was diagnosed initially in 2017 when I had my first seizure. Blacked out, fell, hit my head. They insisted I go to VR to get checked out, and that's when I had my diagnosis. Unless I have an absolute guarantee that I'll never be homeless again, I don't want to seek treatment. I don't want to live longer to end up being homeless again. So I want to talk about like various random topics, stuff I've probably beaten to death talking about recording gameplay videos, but I'm sure plenty of that had been missed out on. So anyway, seeing this cap here, I have a portable EEG. I forget what I think it's like electro. I forget what it's called, but it's like a monitoring device. So anyway, I got this portable monitoring device in my head, and I did want to record something while it's still stuck to my head. It's using like a track it device thing and carrying it around in this fanny pack thing. And it's been attached to my head. What is it? Monday, Tuesday. Today is Wednesday. I take it off tomorrow morning on a Thursday. So, and they're looking for like abnormal, because it monitors the brain waves. So they're looking for abnormal like brain things and stuff. And I'm sure even talking here is creating all kinds of weird ass artifacts it's picking up. Because pretty much while it's monitoring, I'm supposed to be like sitting still, not doing a whole lot of much of anything. Even though that very first day after they hooked it up, I was out here mowing the grass because it was finally kind of sort of okay to, it wasn't raining and still chilly, but I finally got a grass mowed for the first time here in 2020. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to upload this immediately or publish it immediately or schedule it for the future. But anyway, part of this, I want to record just a whole bunch of cancer journal videos where I talk about random things. And when I've died, I'm already planning to schedule tons of videos to publish after I'm dead for quite a few years. And I've not yet decided whether I want to, because I'm 34 years old now. I'm not sure whether I want to publish them until I would have lived to be 50 or 55. And 55 only because that's the age that my grandpa died. Otherwise, I'll go 50, but I haven't made up my mind yet, so we'll see. But like one thing is, it annoys me. Okay, looking for jobs, work. What the fuck do I have to show for it? And it's like, I wish I was more of a creative music or art or something where, in my passing, there would be something left behind to still, find something with it, right? But I'm not artsy enough. I really suck at drawing. Although one thing I do wish I would have practiced and continued to practice for years after I was a kid, but then I kind of moved on. Or even writing, but I'm not that great of a writer. I'm not that great of a speaker either, because I'm pretty sure during recording this, I'll be getting carried away and off track and lose track of thought and anxiety. And I'm gonna record this one shot. I'm not gonna edit it. Because then if I start editing, I'm just going to scrap the video altogether, and I don't even want to start doing that shit. So, I forgot where I was already going with that thought. So anyway, while this was still hooked up on my head, I did want to go ahead and record at least one video. And I did record one gameplay video while wearing this too. You can't really tell, but there's electrodes hooked up stuck all over my head. But I guess one thing, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video before I got carried away on one other thing or another, when I planned doing YouTube, when I initially started doing YouTube in October 2011, almost 9 years now, 10 years next year in 2021, at worst, by now, I'd planned to never have to worry about being homeless again. Whether it's from YouTube success itself or, you know, connections I make from YouTube. Like, even now, you know, people have gone on to do movies or shows or this, that, and the other. And, you know, one thing I did kind of want to try to get into was voice acting, but aside from like one or two people actually like commenting on videos, dude, I love your voice, we need to do something, and then they don't follow up. That's about it. That's as far as it went. Sent out voice demos. I think I still might have a voice demo available on my channels, and those slept on just like most of my videos anyway. But you know, at worst, I'm living out of my car, homeless. During the day, I'm using emulators to record games on my netbook, and during the entire night, I'm sitting in a 24-hour McDonald's uploading videos to YouTube. And the whole time, especially in 2011, I do remember around that time, channels were fucking booming. People were making enough to quit their shitty day jobs. I could not find a consistent fucking day job, right? You know, look for work like it's a job itself. Work my ass off in every job I've been at. Went to college, was promised I'd be making 50 grand out of college. Temporary contract season work. Still offered, insulted with minimum wage offers with a college degree. And I can't make a fucking living with that shit. That killed my interest and passion in IT anyway. But, you know, I grinded the shit out of YouTube. Like, if nothing else, I might suck at whatever it is, or not entertaining, magnetic enough, whatever it is that draws people in. But 10,000 videos can't, no, considering, like, you know, I've had difficulties keeping down a job. Worked at Amazon for 3 years, and they set me up to fire me after my disabilities and difficulties became an issue. And instead of trying to find a middle ground, hey, let's work together on this. Oh, nope, you're fired, out the door. Get the fuck out of here. But 10,000 videos, if nothing else, nobody can fucking tell me I haven't worked my ass off, that I'm not capable of putting in some hard fucking work. And quite a few times, I think, if I do remember for sure, at least one or two Assassin's Creed games and The Last of Us that I can remember off the top of my head. I know there's been a couple other, but I can't remember them, that I've played on and off. You know, take a couple breaks here and there, but for a good more than 24 hours, I've worked on stuff. And it's like, so, but there's also one flip to that as well. I have anxiety, depression, ADHD. I think even if I was successful enough to have all that hyper viewership, which even when I've had booms, I've had trouble keeping up with as far as energy or interaction and all that. If I had an overwhelming amount of support on YouTube, I'd be crushed under the weight of anxiety. But that's also part of why I do a lot. I've transitioned to a lot of no commentary stuff. Too tired, fatigued, drowsy, depressed, whatever, where it's going to fuck up my commentary, then I'll just do no commentary. Y'all don't want to hear me sitting there complaining about how I'm depressed and, you know, whatever. Y'all want to tune in for some at least kind of sort of entertaining shit, however that looks or sounds or whatever. So I think I'm going to do quite a few videos. I'm not sure the topics. I think they're going to range, but I know that's like one thing I did want to talk about was, you know, yeah, I don't remember exactly. I remember I had like a few rough draft points I had in mind that I want to touch on. But I don't remember all of them for sure. So if I remember, there's still a 10-minute time limit. I thought it used to be 5-minute, but it seems like it's 10-minute now, time limit on this recording. Maybe, unless it's going to start telling me soon. But anyway, videos cut shorter than I'm done talking to them, and I start recording back up. And I'll publish them in parts because I don't... It's fucking hassle to edit videos together, and sometimes they get fucked up in the process anyway. But I might publish them in parts, like staggered a day apart, a week apart, whatever. Especially if it's like the same topic narrative that I'm following. I want to keep it long. We'll see how... I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to set it up, but we'll see how it goes. And hopefully I can figure out navigating around the new shitty YouTube studio, because it totally fucked up everything I'd gone before. So I don't know if it's going to cut out here when it hits 10 minutes, but I suppose we'll see, because it's at 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 10 minutes. Still going? Okay. I'm going to try to just keep it at 15 minutes. So anyway, if many have been around for YouTube for a while, the old interface, I could click multiple videos, open them, edit them, and prepare them, description, title, commentary, tags, prepare everything to be published, and then schedule them later that day, following day, week later, whatever. Like even right now on May 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th, I forget exactly. One of those fucking days of that week. I have videos scheduled to publish, I think, until 2025 or 2030. So I might even be having these cancer journals published into the future, talking about whatever. And especially many things about probably mental health and this and that and the third. But I do want to try to, unless I change my mind, I'm going to try not to. This will be my first video, and I might put it up fairly recently to recording, if not soon after, and if not, stagger it out. And next thing you know, there's going to be initial first video of the cancer journals. But, we'll see how it goes, right? And, best I'm going to do, I'm just going to try to keep it moving. That's the best I can do. Try not to dwell on it, think about it too much, get carried away, lost in my thoughts, because, I already have depression, prone to depression, get carried away in my thoughts about it. But for the different videos, I am going to try to touch on, focus on very specific points of interest that I do want to discuss. We'll see how it goes. And I'm sure next time you see me, I won't be having this. I'm gonna guess it's something sort of like a medical gauze cap, because it is a cap. But I kind of forget the exact term. We're chatting while he's doing it, and then I forget quite a few things he's talking about. But hey, brain tumors, ADHD, depression, anxiety can all fuck with memory. And my memory's been kind of all over the place. Sometimes I remember shit in great detail. Other days, not so much. For example, I had my hearing for a thing last week. I don't want to talk about details here, but I had a hearing the other week, and she goes through a whole spiel of something, and then I'm like, you know what, I'm sorry, I kind of spaced out and forgot, the middle portion of what you just said. I kind of remember the end part, but I forget the middle portion you just said that it sounded like I should be keeping in mind. And sorry to ask you to repeat yourself, but could you? Because my memory is, a mess. And, for example, my memory, I'm going to give a prime example. Well, not sure prime is the right word, but one or two specific examples, I suppose, to express how fucked up my memory is, so you get an idea. I'm at work. I've been out of work since end of 2018. It's 2020 now. I'm at work doing this really shitty, boring, monotonous job. One of the most depressing jobs I've done, because it fucks with my anxiety and depression, and it's understimulating. And, the whole time I'm there, I'm trying to find a balance between understimulation and too much stimulation, because don't want one extreme or the other, right? And, next thing I know, one of the managers comes up to me, hey, where were you, or what's up with this frame of time, or time frame, was gone for a half hour or whatever. And I'm thinking, because it's not something I was even thinking about, I'm thinking and I literally can't remember anything other than working. I can't remember. And I'm I don't know, I can't remember. And he kind of sort of tries to push me to remember. If it's not coming to me, it's not coming to me. And then it finally occurs to me. I'm sitting, after they walk away, I'm mulling over it, trying to figure out what was up with that time frame. I went to the bathroom. Nothing remarkable, memorable about it. Didn't talk to nobody, didn't stop. Nothing. It was just gone to the bathroom, come back, do my job. Nothing. And as far as the memory of it goes, it just seems like any other memory of going to the bathroom, using the bathroom, returning to my job duty. I literally can't. as far as that particular memory goes of going to the bathroom and coming back, it's indiscernible from any other memory of going to the bathroom and coming back to my job duties. Like, seriously. Or some time ago, I know I have more recent ones, but like these are very like a little bit more observationally obvious, if you will, I suppose. I'm sure I could find a better term for that. Like, I always feel like I'm forgetting something, or something's on the tip of my tongue. And if you find that I tend to repeat myself and loop around saying the same thing, it's because I'm trying to remember something that I might be forgetting, and talking about it again might trigger that memory of what I'm forgetting and trying to add to it. Like, it might be insignificant detail, but it adds even more color to the entire picture, right? So go to talk to this person that was over here. We step into another room, you know, because we at that time we were keeping the door closed, and, you know, open the door, go in the room, and I asked them about something. We finished whatever it was to ask about. We exit out, and they head out before I do. I'm behind them, and as I'm closing the door, I realize I have this memory of seeing them open the door. And I'm like, wait, did you open the door, or did I open the door? Because if they're still doing stuff in there, I don't want to close the door if they're just going to go back in there and reopen it. And like, literally, like, at the same time of that memory of me opening the door, I'm seeing the image of them open the door. And for a bit, I had difficulty discerning that memory. And, you know, I've had spotty memory here and there, you know, even more obvious since, you know, I kind of keeping an eye on it or looking out for things and stuff. Sorry, keep tilting the camera, whatever. Okay, so I can record for excess of 15 minutes. I remember, like, I tried to record one time and it was like 5-10 minutes long and it cut off and I wasn't done what I was saying about, but I was like, fuck this, I'm done. So I'm just going to try to end this before 20 minutes. I apologize for rambling on, getting carried away. But, you know, if out of this some sort of opportunity occurs before it is too late to seek treatment that gives me an absolute guarantee that I will never be homeless again, no matter what, then let's figure out something, right? Otherwise, I'm not going to sit here on ifs, maybes, ands, risk it, and get this brain tumor treatment. I've had lifelong difficulty obtaining and maintaining a steady job, and any passion, interest, career I've wanted to pursue, like, those opportunities just are not available. Like, those specific job roles, if they do exist, they're already filled or impossible to find for me. And I, of course, don't have enough access to wealth and resources myself to create that job role that would be that I would perform exceptionally well in, right? Because obviously I haven't done too well in YouTube things, but hey, you know what? Like I said, if nothing else, y'all can't tell me I didn't work my ass off on this shit in one capacity or another, I suppose. So I feel like I have something else to add, and I already forget what it is, but like I said, I always feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm sure I'm going to have 20 different dozen things I feel like I could have added after this. So, and I know I got carried away from my initial topic that I wanted to sit down and discuss, but at the same time, like I said, I only had like very loose points I wanted to touch on briefly in recording this, and mostly just wanted to record it because I did want to display this whole thing I have hooked up to my head, at least one or two videos displaying it. You obviously can't see it because I have the gauze and head wrap on and everything, but, you know. And I was actually looking into this, like, I'm supposed to be sitting around the computer all the time. You know what, some days I cannot fucking sit still, or I have trouble sitting still for more than 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes at a time. Even watching some of my gaming videos, like, I'm sitting there like, I'm ready, I gotta get up and fucking move. Okay, let's get to the next point that it's convenient to take a fucking break, and then I'll still be playing for another hour because I still haven't reached another fucking point where it's convenient to take a fucking break. I hope those moments, I think some of those moments are kind of amusing, but I think I still have my decent good moments. I suppose in a way they're kind of far and few between than I'd like. Anyway, 20 minutes. I want to cut this before I continue rambling on. And we'll see how often I return to doing this, right? So, J4T Foy MF Command, your favorite crappy shitty YouTuber dude ever. Hope y'all like this enough to hit that like, subscribe, drop comment, share. Return, tune in. It's always awesome to see y'all again. And any and all support helpful, appreciated. Every little bit helps out a lot. I could use a new computer, so donations would be exceptionally appreciated. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Keep me company, spending time with me, checking out my crappy shit. Always appreciate it. And look forward to y'all joining me again soon. See ya.